So I've asked you all to do a little bit of downtime work. Who wants to start talking about what they're doing for their downtime?
Dieselbub could start. So Dieselbub's idea was like, so he obviously built. By the way, did we settle on the name of the ship being the Red Exodus? Because I super love that.
That's fine.
I'm down.
Cool. So Dieselbub built the Red Exodus, and everybody, he has cabins enough room for everybody and a couple extras. But all the cabins are very basic, bare bones. They're basically just a sleeping area and like a closet. That's kind of the equivalent of them. There's not really any furniture or anything in there. So what Dieselbub has done, or what Dieselbub's going to do, is he's going to just kind of go around to every member of the crew while we're on this autopilot trip across the galaxy to we're going to Absalom Station, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You are going to Absalom Station. In Starfinder lore, Absalom Station's basically the location where it was built has been sort of pre-programmed into each drift module that's in each ship. It's just the default location that is there for some sort of possibly divine reason. So because of that, there has been a space station that has been constructed to act as sort of a hub for adventurers, scoundrels, or just people who want to work in a bustling and big and thriving location.
Okay. So, but during this week-long trip, he decided that to fill up his downtime, he's just going to go to each member of the crew and ask them what piece of furniture they might want in their cabin to make it a little bit more comfy, a little bit more homely, and to fill up his time tinkering around with stuff.
Okay.
So
yeah, like I explained to you over DMs, Cody, Pygmy and Razai don't really care. They don't really they're kind of declining your offer just because they don't see themselves sticking around much longer after you guys dock in Absalom.
Right.
Kimber would like a desk. If you could make her one, it doesn't have to be big, just something that she can read on and pursue academic studies at.
Right.
Gopal said that they would like a hammock for just personal chill time.
Mm-hmm.
And Ela did not say anything, so she gets a mic stand from you.
Ela, what did you want?
I asked for a mic stand.
Oh, I thought you also asked for a guitar, and I'm like, Dieselbub is not going to build a guitar.
No, that was the dual response.
I said I was
answering the first and second question.
Gotcha.
Cool.
All right.
Well, you got your mic stand.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm like, cool. I get what I want, even though apparently I didn't.
So
all right.
I think just to fit with the theme of everything, how Dieselbub would go about building this, Dieselbub would pretty easily be able to cobble together a decent desk. I don't know that he would take the time to put drawers in it just because it'd take longer to make sliding hinges and everything, and maybe he's kind of scrabbling together parts. So he'd probably just make those little cubby holes down there for people to toss stuff into. But he'd make it big enough, probably 5 feet wide, big enough where somebody can get a chair underneath there, put some stuff on the side, and maybe a couple knickknacks around the desk. The the hammock I thought was really funny because there's no way that on this ship he probably decided to bring things that are traditionally comfortable materials. So it's probably put together by cable wire for the main part of the the sides, the sturdy part. The rest of it's
just a tarp.
Yeah, the rest of it's a tarp and maybe some kind of soft material he has laying around, but the softest thing he has is probably a tarp. And it's probably the same tarp he was using to try and cover up part of the ship when it was still soft.
Like one of those blue woven tarps,
yes,
covered
absolutely.
in the waxy material.
I hope Gopal has pillows. And a blanket.
I'm not sleeping
Gopal is a
in
living pillow.
What?
Yes, Gopal is a soft bean.
You might fall.
Gopal is also hanging up string lights in their
Okay, so
their
you
little
are
bunk.
Gopal.
Gopal's.
I have fancy string lights. These are Christmas tree lights.
Gopal's cabin.
I have Christmas tree lights.
So does your brother.
Yeah, see? They're more popular.
Gopal's cabin is just gonna look like every college dorm room.
Tapestry on the wall. Call it to Mackie.
Yeah, boy.
That was Mackie's dorm.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go ahead
Look
and
behind Mackie.
Mackie, don't look behind you. It's there.
yeah, it's right there.
He's been following me.
No, I'm going to go ahead and take the time to kind of describe the layout of this ship. So I guess fortunately, unfortunately for you, basically the base of this ship, this whole like area where everybody lives, was taken from a sort of cargo freighter, which means the center of your ship is sort of circular, with 10 sort of like cabins, and 10 doors, 2 cabins, and at the center of the room there is like a big round table. Think of it kind of like as a clock, but there's no 12 or 6.
Okay.
Instead, like where the 6 would be, there's like a passageway to controls, and where the 12 would be is like the exit / like downwards to like the holding bay.
Okay. Got you. All right. That's
Is
pretty
this
straightforward.
where we got our name?
No.
Round table rejects?
No.
Holy shit! Lynn figured out the system.
It comes full circle.
Ah!
Me and Mackie,
Okay,
me and Mackie made that up one day on a golf cart ride.
It was
Wait,
fun.
when did y'all get to ride a golf cart?
Whenever
I
we
want-
fucking want to.
Golf course.
Yeah, how about you come hang out with us more, Lynn? Anyways,
I'm sorry, the world is falling apart. Okay.
It wasn't last year. Well.
anyways.
Bold, but okay.
Dieselbub, since you've had like time to do this, I'm gonna let you take a 20 on all these creative projects, and they're just pretty good. They're pretty darn good. They're serviceable and they're even nice.
I do have one thing I want to do for Hila's mic stand, and that is basically he definitely doesn't have the proper like dongle to hold up the mic stand, right? Like to hold the mic up. He definitely doesn't have that. So what he's gonna do instead is, you know, those like clamps, those like metal clamps that you have to have a screwdriver to turn them to
Oh,
tighten it
this
up.
is
Oh, man.
He's
this is punk as hell.
He's just stuck 2 of those to a straight piece of metal, and Hila just has to deal with it.
Oh
the
no,
base
this
like
is
a whole sheet of plywood.
Yeah.
Just like
Hila
whole plywood.
is hella into this, and this is so punk.
That does sound like it looks punk as hell. That's probably pretty dope, actually.
So, moving on. Gopal, what are you going to be doing during your downtime in space traveling?
So Gopal being riddled with anxiety. Oh, there's a bird on the balcony. Oh, bye. friend. Okay, sorry. I am a squirrel, but in human form. Yeah, I hate that. Gopal is going to be trying to do as much research about what they're getting into as possible. So, like, literally anything ever that has been said about the station that we're going to, they're going to be reading up on it.
Cool.
Like current events, history, like they want a full timeline.
The history of it, you would definitely know about like that lore stuff I talked about in the beginning.
Mhm.
Current events, I'm going to let you take a 20 also. Everybody is very excited about that within the Ring of Fire competition result. The Cathosian woman that I said won, everybody knows her name now. It's Grenea. She's basically been thrust into this limelight of like some of the like this limelight and group of the like elite fighters or talented people that you kind of get when you win the Ring of Fire competition. And she's been pretty elusive so far, kind of like staying away from that limelight. But this is mostly because she's been given a week-long retreat, as you do when you win the competition. Also, something that really unnerves you is you see your face, Dieselbub's face, Ela's face, Kimber's face, and Razai's face on a wanted listing
Ooh.
for the multiple counts of murder, theft, and overall breakage of a contract with the Phoenix Forge Company. So that's
Well.
not very Gucci.
How can I delete the entire internet's browsing history?
Go get Gep and try to hack the internet real quick. Speaking of which, during his downtime, Razai's been kind of tinkering with Gep, and Gep can now fly the ship, which he is currently doing.
Yo, that's exactly what I was gonna tell Gep to do whenever we were on Absalom Station. Was I was gonna leave him on the ship and be like, hey, learn how to fly the ship. That way, if we need to make any quick getaways, you can help us.
Right. Oh, speaking of which, the more you guys have been like interacting with each other while Gep's been listening, the more he has become a naturally speaking and sort of thinking program.
He's become an
So that's
amalgamation of our 6 personalities.
I mean, isn't that what being friends just is?
Yeah. Gep's a friend. New designation, no longer a program, a
Gep
friend.
is good and shaped like a friend.
Okay. Ela, what are you going to be doing during your downtime?
I'm going to be working on the chords for my new song for the EP called No Roadkill.
Cool.
Playing with some distorted guitar.
Like I said, not natural. You can take a 20 on this downtime, and I will.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and just add a +1 bonus to your performance skill.
Oh yeah.
Also, something that you're not very happy about. Now that you've sort of left Redmire and now you have access to like radio, you've been listening to some radio, catching up on some tunes, and you heard a song that sounded incredibly familiar. In fact, it's a song that you wrote yourself.
Yeah.
Yep. But your name's nowhere in those credits.
Oh. Who the fuck wrote this song, and when can I find them and destroy them?
Well, you the fuck
You
wrote
wrote
that
it.
song.
who the fuck stole this song?
Whom the fuck stole the song?
Who the fuck?
It's by it's a rock group called the Wayward Cicada.
Fuck you. That's another callback.
That isn't the callback. I'm full of those tonight.
Well, something.
Yeah, you just know it's a rock group called the Wayward Cicada.
Can I find any information online about them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where are they based?
They're based in Absalom Station, or at least that's where their first record was cut.
All right, I'm on a fucking journey now. I am seething.
Ela now has a
I
quest.
am on a journey.
I have a journey.
And thus, your first side quest has been opened up to you.
Did they title it the same title as my original?
Yeah,
Or did
they
they at least have the
basically just
decency to change it?
they basically just ripped you off.
So what is the title
Oh,
of this
man.
original? I want to know.
What is it, Ela?
I can't think of any others, so it's gonna be
Strawberry Longing.
Black and White.
Black and
Same
White.
difference.
No,
Cool.
it's not. Strawberry Longing just feels so sad.
But yeah, they're basically like
I want to listen to a punk album called Strawberry Longing.
I'm pretty sure Animal Collective already did that.
No,
Not quite Strawberry Longing, but
no, don't get
I'm not gonna look it up. I
anyways.
really want to.
Yeah, Wayward Cicada is basically just like a pop punk kind of band, not like your genuine I work in the fucking mines punk working class solo.
Oh, so they even took it and made it a worse version of itself.
Yeah. I know how to make Cullen upset.
Instead of a chord progression that sounds like grating teeth, now it's a chord progression that sounds like the same 4-chord progression of every modern pop rock song.
But yeah, that's your thing right now. But before all of this happens, let's take a little bit of a rewind to the first night in the stars. Everybody is still riding that high of being off the moon. You're all gathered around at the round table. And yeah, that's where we're gonna start.
Okay.
Role play, servants.
Like I imagine the most that we've done is kind of like everybody's kind of, it's like people have kind of semi called rooms. I'm assuming that part's already done.
Yeah.
I think once everyone settles down at the table, Dieselbub would look at Rizai and be like, "So, you gonna have the parts to fix Iago? Or do you need some?"
He is currently actually tinkering with Iago, and he kind of like takes off his goggles and he shrugs and he says, we're going to the station. I could find something there. I don't know. What about Wrecker? Is he good?
Wrecker's all right. He didn't take. I mean, well, he took a couple of hits, but it didn't hit anything too important. I do got a box of spare parts down in the engine room though. If you ever need a couple of parts, it's over there next to the reactor, so you can pick through those if you need them.
He nods and he's grateful. But hold on, I'm gonna probably cut this part out during the audio section. We seem to have lost one of our webcams.
We have gone horizontal. Oh, we're vertical again.
But yeah, he kind of nods and he shows like, a basic sense of gratitude, which isn't exactly something you're used to seeing from Rizai.
Right.
But yeah, he just goes back to tinkering. Kimber sits down at the table. She just got done freshening up in the bathroom, and by that I mean taking a wicked shit.
God.
And Pygmy's kind of like trying to fix her gun that fell apart on her mid-combat, like so many other people last combat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ela and Gopal, is there anything you two want to bring up?
I straight up just missed a whole chunk of that because Wi-Fi and Discord decided to kill themselves. So
cool. Long story short, well, what's the last thing you heard? I can reiterate.
The last thing I heard, I think, was like stuff going on with Ela.
Oh, okay. Oh. So the last thing they heard was Gopal, Ela, what do y'all want to do while we're here? Like at the table talking to everybody.
Did you hear the thing, like the little exchange between Dieselbub and Rizai just now?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. So you heard about Ela's property, or I guess idea theft. Okay, neat. Basically, this is all taking place like after when I asked for like your downtime stuff. I really planned for that downtime stuff to be done by the time you're ready to dock at Absalom Station. So we're basically doing like a rewind to like your first night at the stars on the Red Exodus. And basically Rizai and Dieselbub just had a bit of an exchange about like their drones and if it's okay, or if Iago's okay, if he has to get repairs. And Rizai said he's just going to get them at the station. And Kimber just got back from taking a fat shit. She's sitting down at the table. And Pygmy's also repairing her gun at the table. And I was asking if you two had anything you wanted to do.
I think Gopal's going to be like starting to basically make like a kind of to-do list of what they want to get done over this period. And like probably asking other people, like doing a little like interrogation of like, what do you know about Absalom Station?
Sorry. Ela is going to start stirring some shit up on forums online about these fucking cockroach fuckers, or whatever they're called.
These fake punk
common
bastards.
Cockroach. What's their name? Where it's a common cockroach, where it's cicada, same shit.
Oh my
All right. Since this is like the
Blank
first night,
fourth.
I like to think that you turned on the radio and that was the first song you heard. And
That's
like,
the first. Yeah, I know. I like turned on the radio, heard like 3 seconds, turned it off, like the one Peppa Pig clip, and just like went seething to my terminal and started posting on every punk forum I could. You know, this is mine. Like I'm like on like the Wayward Cicada. I don't care. Wait, that's the right one. Wow, I actually got it right. I'm on like the Wayward Cicada fan forum. Even if they have that, I don't know how big they are. If they're on the radio, they probably have like a fan forum.
Okay.
I'm just like making 20 different alts and trolling the forum, and
Yeah,
just like
on the fan forums, their fans are calling you a hater and they are posting angry XD faces at you.
So wait, is that just like mine's like an angry XD face? Like
DX, yeah.
Yeah.
And in response, I'm posting that one image of like the pig pooping on its own balls. And like left with
stop
to people.
it. Stop, please. You have been
I said I'm
stopped. You're
trolling.
canceled.
Cease.
Okay, yeah.
No cancellation for
Interesting.
COVID-19.
Very fun. Instead, we're going to shift the conversation to this. Pygmy's kind of bored with the gun, and she's like, do you guys have anything like to do? Maybe a movie or anything besides the radio? Or maybe I can fly the show.
I can show you some stuff I've been working on as I like pull out my guitar and amp.
Gopal, trying to distract from that, immediately whips out like card games.
I can fix your I can fix your gun.
Kimber kind of
The 3 genders.
Kimber like produces her tablet out of her bag, and with very like wide, excited eyes, she says, I have over 20,000 young adult books downloaded on here. Razai, hearing that, he says, well, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
I think Dieselbo doesn't say anything. He just starts grabbing the pieces of Pygmy's gun and starts tinkering with them.
I'm just like sitting. I have just returned with my amp and guitar and see that nobody cares and just like do a 180 with them in hand.
Gopal's wondering how much of Kimber's collection of young adult novels is basically just smut. So,
do you want to do
yes, young adult smut. Yes, my favorite genre of
young adult
novels.
smut?
Written for young adults.
You obviously haven't read enough young adult novels because
actually, that's
some
a
of
good
those
point.
go
What's the bubble? What's the dome one?
the what?
The dome one where the kids get sucked in the dome. I remember like
We had a conversation about this.
there was like a scene where 2 characters were basically just having sex. But
Gross. All right, moving on.
All right, well, that's very neat. Gopal, if you want to find that out, though, you can do a computer's check to hack in and see how many there are.
Oh,
sorry. I think I'll pass. I respect Kimber's privacy.
Wow, a hacker that respects privacy.
Not a real hacker. A hacker,
very
more like a
disappointing.
hack.
See, there's white hat hackers and then there's black hat hackers. Gopal doesn't know.
Gopal doesn't know there's a difference, but they don't participate.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else you want to bring up, like as a team, I think we could go ahead and skip to Absalom Station.
I just rolled a 16 to fix gun.
To fix gun.
I'll say you fix Pygmy's gun.
Okay.
It's easy enough.
Here you go.
Pygmy immediately starts pretending to shoot things.
Don't do that.
No.
there are enough holes in the ship as is. Why the fuck is my camera on? I'm blocking it.
No, go to settings.
Don't worry about it because it's not messing with this camera. Don't worry about it.
I've said my piece and I've counted to 3. So you guys are now quickly. Gep kind of radios you guys. He's like, hey guys, we're at the station. And as you look out of your like sort of bedside windows, you do see Absalom Station and all of its like gigantic New York City size glory.
Okay. I think as Gep says that, Dieselbub just walks out of his cabin and heads to the pilot seat, just in case there's any kind of radio contact that needs to be done. He's gonna move over to the cockpit for that.
Okay.
Also, have I informed everyone that like we're on the run?
Have you?
I mean, I would like to. I didn't
All right.
I didn't think that I discovered it like immediately, so I was like, didn't bring it up then. But I'm assuming like as soon as I found that, I'm like, oh, and then just like bringing my little like tablet around and be like, guys.
We just hear screaming across the ship.
So
Just
Kimber is mortified. She's scared. She doesn't want to go back to Redmire because of obvious reasons, but she is scared.
Same.
Razai kind of like is very hesitant about the whole thing, but he figures he has enough smarts to get him through like sort of the underbelly of Absalom Station and go somewhere else.
Right.
Pygmy is like, yep, that checks out.
Seems about right.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Dieselbub is. I think Dieselbub. He's not necessarily surprised. Like, it's not shocking that this happened. But he is. It does concern him. Obviously, he's never been wanted before. He's not so worried about being wanted by the police as he is about other people now knowing that he's wanted. No dark
Your
forces.
initial sentence sounded like really sad. Of like, Dieselbub's never been wanted. I was like, oh no, Dieselbub, I love you.
He hasn't found the E to his haw yet.
I've been looking for that haul for years. No, he just.
Oh, Dieselbub's the Yee. Ooh.
Yeah. Yee. He just has it. He just knows that there are people who, whenever they see that he is wanted, they're going to be levels of disappointed, probably. But beyond that, he's probably going to try and work with Gep and Razai to try and find a place on Absalom Station to land that's less away from,
I will say to your
Police.
to like your saving grace, because your ship was hidden, they really only have your faces and your names. So your ship could probably dock somewhere. Yeah. And like, there's like tons of wanted people in Absalom Station. So like they probably wouldn't recognize you just by sight.
Yeah, there'd have to be like an ID check or something. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We just other fish in the sea.
When Gopal shows that to Ela, Ela's like, oh, another time. It's like, go, like, search my name in the wanted listing. And, like, 10 other wanted listings pop up from years before.
Cool.
These are all the things that got Ela sent
Don't
to
worry.
Redmire.
See, Ela is very good at...
Getting caught, apparently.
Yes, precisely. Ela is very inclined to do crime, but Ela is also very good at getting caught doing crime.
Ela's so punk underground that she's only popular with the police forces.
Incredible.
She's gonna get
Every time
arrested.
Ela gets arrested,
She's gonna get
the police
arrested.
are like, oh, hey, can we get a tape of your new album?
Yeah, can we see that new EP?
Instead of punk, it's like copcore.
Copcore. Oh, I hate that. That's a really cursed genre.
Every track starts with a sample of the wee woo wee woo.
That's the sound of
This
the
is getting
police.
more and more cursed every
Pitched
minute.
Up and down.
Yeah, let's dock in the station now, please, before.
Oh, wait, that's me.
That is you.
Yeah, we're docked. We're docked, not docking.
Very important clarification.
Thank
for
you, Cody.
I still don't necessarily know what that is, and I don't want to be educated on it.
Anyways, Let's move on from that.
It has like this. I'm not. No.
Nope.
No. That's not happening. We're not talking about that.
So as you dock, basically like a docking technician approaches you with like a clipboard, and he just basically no words. It's same shit, different day for him. He just hands you the clipboard.
Dieselbub,
Whoever exits first.
Dieselbub takes the clipboard. It's his ship, so he's gonna read the paperwork about it.
All right. Yeah, it basically wants a crew name of ship, model, captain's name, yada yada yada.
Huh. Okay. So the ship's name will be Red Exodus. I don't think that's too much of a thing to worry about. What's our crew name? Maybe there's
the exiles.
no.
That's not suspicious.
You guys are a fucking biker gang, the exiles.
Maybe we can play with something off the word Exodus, like
Eggs.
Like the exiles.
eggs. No.
The red eggs.
Red egg.
The red eggs.
Oh, I hate that.
Also, in case you weren't aware, fun bit of little like LGBT trivia, but egg is the term for like a trans person who is denying the fact that they're trans. So
It's like a pre-realization trans person.
Huh.
That was a fun LGBT.
So if we are a crew of eggs.
Okay.
There's a subreddit called Egg IRL that is good.
All right. Huh.
Yeah, crew name.
Crew name, fuck
The
Redmire.
Fuck this big red orb.
Yeah, you're standing there like basically looking like you're having a flashback while you're holding this clipboard. And this halfling man's just looking up at you. He says, "Mister, please, I ain't got all day. I just write down your information, please. We got like," and he looks over. "We got like 20 ships behind you."
Okay. In a fit of in like just a random fit, real quick, he writes down Sparky's crew.
Yeah.
Where's Sparky's crew?
No!
Yes. So he writes down Sparky's crew, and then for everything else, he just fills in like aliases, because like we're not Dieselbub, we're not Gopal, we're other names.
Doozlebug and Goople.
Gasoline, bro.
Gas man.
Go.
No, I'm
You guys-
Goople.
You guys
Google.
don't have to come up with aliases. They're all bad. And
It's too late.
it
I already
worked.
have one. I go by
And
Goople now.
Anyways, he finishes filling out the paperwork as best as he possibly can, and hands it to the man with the only accurate piece of information on it being the red Exodus.
All right. The man flips over that page of the clipboard, and he shows you.
There's always a back.
Yeah, he shows you another page, but this one's more so like a optional, like private doc, which is going to cost you about 5,000 credits a month. But it comes with like ship maintenance and obviously like a private docking, so you don't have to wait behind people and yada yada yada.
We are poor, so I will opt to decline.
All right, but the option's gonna be available in the future.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
Whenever we're fucking rich, got you.
All right. Yeah, he basically takes the keys for you. And yeah, you guys are good to enter the city.
Hell yeah. Okay. So first thing Dieselbub wants to do is he wants to get out of his Redmire attire. Like I imagine he's gonna keep his work gear, he's gonna keep his work gear and his armor. But he wants to get out of like anything that might give away that he's from Redmire. And maybe pick up some like new gear, like a new gun, maybe something for Wrecker. get out of this shitty red dust clothes he's been in for months to
All right.
potential years, and just find like some kind of shop, weapon, armor, whatever.
All right. Well, the first thing you have to do is actually stand in line to get your Absalom Station ID made.
Oh.
And the line's pretty long.
Oh. Okay.
And now we wait.
Yep. So you're standing there with your fake ass names, getting your IDs made, and you're getting some looks at your really horrible aliases.
Goople's not bad.
Gopal is bad and Goopal is worse.
We're in space. It doesn't count. I've read some.
Also, I'm just
I've
getting
read
his
some
Ela.
canon Starfinder names. Gopal is not bad.
All right. Well, regardless of the name's legitimacy, you guys
Every
get
time we go to a new place, Gopal's name is gonna like morph and like mutate into something new.
It's never too late to mutate. Anyways, yeah, you guys got your IDs. My throwaway joke about having to wait in line was a success. I'm happy. And yeah, you are basically now on the entrance side of the docking area.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Let's go find a store.
Cool. Just a store or a pub or what's up?
I want weapons and
specifics.
armor.
That reminds me. How many base credits did we have? Do you remember?
Well, we spent our base credits during character creation, and for example,
Well,
I had 35
had
left
a
over.
lot left over.
You had
Yeah,
a lot
Ela had, I
left
think you
over.
had like 350. I think you had 350 left over.
All right.
Diesel
Yeah,
Bub
I don't
has
have.
Diesel Bub has the 2,500 credits from Zote's body,
Mhm.
which I don't know if he's distributed equally amongst you all.
Yeah, what's 2,500 divided by 6? Well, 2,400 divided by 6 is going to be 400.
You
400.
Yeah. So 416.
Okay. Everybody gets
And then
400.
Mackie, do you remember at all what I had?
I don't. Let me check real quick.
Because it
No.
wasn't on my character sheet, I think. And I think I wrote it down somewhere, but I can't seem to find it. So
I'm solar flaring super hard on webcam right now because of how white this screen is. Let's see.
I have
Gopal,
451 credits after everything is distributed evenly.
you have 30 credits as a base.
okay, so
Yeah, 445 credits.
Cool.
Or
How neat is that?
446.
yeah. So
Yeah. As basically as soon as you guys get to that entrance side, Pygmy gives you guys the deuces. She says she'll probably catch you around, and she sort of wanders off into the crowd of people who are also exiting the dock.
Before
Same for
Pygmy does, I want to make sure that she has our contact info, like however that works in this world. But she's able
Yeah,
to
you guys-
she's able to contact us if she ever needs anything.
you guys trade your BlackBerry numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have both telepathy and a flip phone.
Nice.
Not nice.
Same thing for Razai. He kind of deuces out, but Kimber's ride or die with you guys because she's very maladjusted when it comes to living outside of the moon,
Yep.
and she has nobody else.
Yep. All right, Kimber cruising with us then.
Yep.
All right, cool. But yeah, let's find a shop.
Okay. Do a culture roll to try to navigate this place.
Okay.
Should we all do one?
Yeah, if you don't want to like split up and try to find one.
Yeah.
As
Culture
soon
is
as
based
I
on
go
hits,
off.
I got a +4. I got a 6.
Incredible.
Awesome. That's great.
I'm just a little old country boy here in this big old city.
$21.
3.
Wow, you all suck.
All right. I guess I should probably get
Gotcha.
Kimber to roll too.
I have kebabs now.
Nice.
Character sheets.
Oh wow.
Very pretty. Very
I wasn't expecting you to pull out like a legitimate like
I was imagining a
Food on the
Cornwall
They just got
Okay.
delivered to me.
What kind of kebab is a corn dog?
That I'm very tired, man.
Cool. Kimber rolled a 12. So between all of you, Gopal is able to find a sort of like a gun store. It's emblazoned with a sort of, I'd say, not even like pale. It's like a neon blue moon, and the sign's lit up, and it says "Blue Moon Munitions" with a subtitle, "Because shots only come this good once in a blue moon."
Ah, that's good. Well done, Mackie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Dieselbub enters.
Yeah, I
Um,
will enter as well.
Dieselbub enters, and Dieselbub is making sure that Kimber stays close to him because he doesn't want Kimber getting distracted and wandering off into Absalom Station,
Okay.
where literally
idea.
anything could happen to her.
Wonderful. So yeah, you walk in, and there are two gentlemen. They look very similar, so you think maybe, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna say they're twins. Yeah, they're twins now because I said so.
Okay.
And I willed it into existence.
Yes, sir, God.
There are these two blonde men who are both human, both twins. One of them, and probably the best, like, distinct thing to separate the two, is one of them is clean shaven and the other has a big bushy mustache.
Okay. All right.
And they greet you. Yep, they greet you to their store.
Okay. Dieselbub walks in and he just asks, "Do y'all got anything as far as small arms? You know, maybe some light armor laying around?"
You say that. There is literally, like, it's like you walk in and it's this big square room, and there is like desk everywhere, and behind, like, it's like, you know, like a shopkeep's desk.
Yeah.
And the whole back wall is like a shopkeep desk, and that whole back wall is filled with like guns, whether they be like long arms, short arm, like small arms,
Right.
energy weapons. There's armor, all sorts of things everywhere. You asking that question's very,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, in that case, so can y'all point me to the guns within like the 400 range?
Okay, time to whip out the Starfinder
Yeah.
book, and
I'm whipping out the items right now.
cool. What are you wanting, Cody? You said small arms.
Yeah, I need a better gun.
Okay, let's look. What do you two want? Do you two want anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the shopkeep. It's like, I'm looking for something light but lethal.
All right. The clean-shaven man who introduces himself as Ethan Moon.
I knew it. I knew it.
Very, 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 very happy to assist you, as the weaponry is sort of his specialty, whereas he says his mustachioed brother Everett is more so into the armor. Let's see. Small arms. Let's see. 400 range, Cody?
Yeah.
Well, I got some not so well. I mean, this is kind of an okay thing. He gives you sort of, or he shows you a pistol that's sort of like the size of a derringer, the kind of thing that you could like slip up your sleeve in case you need to like conceal a weapon.
Right.
And it is a flame pistol. It's going to cost you 470 credits, but it does a D4 fire damage, and on crit, it does another D4 burn damage until it's extinguished.
470 is a little outside my price range. Let's see.
What guns do you have under 400?
They're kind of scratching their neck at this point and really searching around.
Yeah, I can take that. Would you mind taking this? Because I have one of those rifles that I can't use because it's a long arm. I have one of those tactical rifles that we got from the people on in the first episode on Redmire.
Hmm.
I was like, so will 425 and this gun even it out?
Cody, do a. I want to say, is bartering a thing in this? I keep forgetting. I want to say it is, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
This could be like a
It's not one of our skills.
no, it's not a skill.
Diplomacy, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a diplomacy check.
Okay. -1 on diplomacy. Oh. That's an 8.
Cool. They do a sense motive check actually instead of that. We'll just forget that charisma happened. Do a sense motive check.
That's a 6 plus. I don't have something in sense motive. 6 plus 3. That is a 9.
All right. Ethan kind of scratches his chin, and he says, "Yeah, that'll work."
All right. I hand over 425 credits and the long arm, bringing me down
Cool.
to 26 credits.
And he slides over the pistol, but not before branding it with a blue sort of outline of a moon on the sort of hilt of the gun.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I
That's
buy
right.
ammo here?
Yes, you can buy ammo here, but you were looking for what again, Gopal?
It would be ammo for my semi-auto pistol.
Okay. Were you wanting a gun, or was that Ela?
I was originally looking at a gun, but I think I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'd say that they'd probably sell you the semi automatic pistol ammo just because it's such a bulk thing. They can sell
Yeah.
you 100 rounds for maybe 50 credits.
Perfect.
And Ela, you said you wanted something. What exactly was the description?
Light but lethal. In the anything under 750.
Yeah,
Anything
that's
under
so funny.
750, light but lethal. You get a nice big toothy grin when you say light but lethal from Ethan, and he walks over and he gives you let's see, small arms 700. You said
Uh-huh.
he slides you an arc pistol, which you know to shoot sort of electric energy. And it's going to run you about 750, which he hopes to milk you into buying. But yeah, that of course is going to do a d6 of electric damage, but it is also going to, where was it? I lost it. But it's also going to do just 2 electric damage on critical hit. So yeah, a little bit of a bonus.
The appearance of this thing, is it clean or is it
Oh wait, no, I read that wrong. It's an arc. So if there are enemies close to each other, the damage can arc on a critical hit to another enemy.
all right?
I think that's how that works. I might
Yes.
have to check that.
Also, we should also reiterate that my flame pistol isn't so much like a shooty beam pistol as it is like a handheld flamethrower.
Incredible.
Cool.
Yeah, because it runs off of petrol.
Yeah.
Is this does this thing look brand new or does it look well loved?
Oh, all of you get that Blue Moon Munitions certified guarantee brand new weapon. Promise.
Oh no, I'm looking for something a bit more proven. Something that I know will work.
You want to?
They're very confused by that.
You want to?
But
You're walking into a shop and you want an old gun.
Something I know will last me a lifetime.
Okay. And Dieselbuff goes back to
Okay.
Dieselbuff goes back to browsing.
all right. Well, they kind of really just are very confused by this request, but they Hold on 1 second. I found it, but then I lost it again. This is shit. Come on. It's really hard to read in nothing but blue lighting.
Wow. Yeah. Who would
Could
have
have left
thought?
it.
Who would have thought?
I don't think ever.
Yeah, they'll
You know
they
what I mean
bring
for
out
fidgeting with the cord?
what looks to be some sort of sawed off scatter gun. And this thing is absolutely torn to shreds. They're like, yeah, we were just about to start tinkering on this thing and get it in working condition, but we can sell it to you for 700 if you really want.
How much would it be if I let you tinker with it a bit?
We'd have
Leave
to
it
sell it.
looking like that, but get it working.
He says, it's too soon to tell. We don't really know what all we're going to have to do with it. Of course, we'd have to adjust the price because of the work quality and also the amount of time we put into it, the parts that we use to repair it. It's, I'd say we'd at least double the price of that 700. So 1,400 credits, maybe, if you want us to actually fix it up.
I'll take it as is.
All right, that's a clean transaction. The scattergun does a D12 of damage at like anywhere between like 5 to 10 feet, and then like I can adjust the damage as it goes.
Cool.
That's our soldier. Oh,
And it is a long arm. It's not a small arm. It's sawed off, but it's still a long arm, technically speaking.
cool.
I'm imagining like a very Borderlands looking gun.
I think after the
Cool. So
I think after the three of
Ela
us,
comes here for a gun that works, and then walked off with one of the only ones that doesn't.
doesn't necessarily fire right now. We have not tested it, so we do not know.
That thing fucking explodes. I'm gonna laugh at you.
I mean, exploding is pretty goddamn punk. I don't know about you.
Anyways,
If you die from a malfunction,
Dying is pretty damn punk.
yeah. So
so
Diesel,
yeah,
Dieselbub's
they-
gonna look over at Kimber, and it might not be a bad idea for you to grab something to protect yourself with.
All right. She looks around, and considering she has no armor, I'm probably just gonna have her buy just a basic
Second skin or something
pair.
like that.
Yeah, like a basic second skin.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna recommend that she get armor.
Just something to wear under her clothes.
Yeah, something that where if she gets stabbed or something, maybe she don't bleed too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Everett is very happy to take her measurements for the second skin, just so it actually is a second skin.
Right.
And he very happily completes the purchase. But before you guys try to head out, they both kind of in unison say hey. And then they kind of jinx owe you a soda kind of thing to each other.
Nerds.
But one of them says, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Dieselbub just turns and says, "No, we're just passing through."
tourists. We're touring.
Tourists don't buy guns. Look, I'm going to be frank with you, and this is Everett's refined mustached voice. He says, usually our clientele are regulars. If they're not, they've surely died. I suggest if it's your first time at the station, go to Gators.
All right, we'll head that way right now.
All right. He kind of
What's
gives
that?
you. It's a pub. He gives you directions on your nice map that you got after getting your IDs.
You just flip your little ID over, and there's just a little downtown city map on the back with a "you are here."
Yeah, exactly.
Do I know the address of that recording studio they recorded the album at?
You could find it.
Can I find that address?
Yeah. I will say we should probably take a trip to Gators first. Unless you are hell-bent on splitting the party and saying, let's go find this fucking recording studio.
You know what? Ela needs a drink in her before she goes to the studio, shotgun in hand.
All right.
I don't like what Ela's doing right now. But okay.
Ela says, where are they?
All right. Yeah. He says, thank you very much. We need anything else, we'll hit you up on our way out.
They both thank you for your patronage and pray that they see you again.
Okay. Based on Dieselbub's track record, maybe not, but here we go.
All right.
And are we allowed to stop at any other like shop type things before we head out?
Yeah, sure. There is a something that really caught your eye. There's kind of like a thrift store that you think might be fun to peruse. You know, there's tons of clientele coming in and out of Absalom Station, so there's got to be some pretty hot thrift items.
I am down for Space Goodwill. Let's go.
All right. Unfortunately, Space Goodwill is closed.
No!
No!
But it's okay. This is just because I don't have an item pool ready for Space Goodwill.
Just so you guys know, I am going to post a picture of what I imagine the front of Space Goodwill looks like in the Roundtable Recheck Discord later, so get ready to check that out. Follow our Discord.
But yeah, I'll say...
Are there any places that could get like disguisey, like clothing type items?
Groucho Marx glasses?
That and like a hood. I want to look like a Jawa, but like
Groucho Marx.
Yes.
Absalom Station sort of split up into different districts, and if you go to the art district, you could probably find something to do with theater clothing or like any other form of like makeup or anything like that.
Gopal is gonna go from like purple to like green. No one will know.
No one will
It's
know.
like you are
With his glasses.
shaped like Gopal, but the Gopal that I know is purple.
You're shaped like
Gopal is
Gopal.
purple and shaped like a friend.
Also,
This is green and shaped like a friend.
your camera's frozen.
Oh no.
Oh, fun.
Everyone else's camera's fine for me.
Yeah,
It's just
no, Lynn's
weird.
camera works on their own.
Look on your screen.
What about you, Cody?
It's frozen for
my
me
screen
too,
it
but I
works.
just kind of thought it was funny, so I let it alone.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. But yeah,
I'm
you could
also interested in trying to find like I don't know if bookstores are quite a thing or if we've switched entirely over to like non-physical books.
Space Amazon, Spamazon.
like actual physical books, you said? I didn't quite catch that.
I just said like bookstores.
Yeah, there are also bookstores in the art district. Who would have guessed?
Yeet. Okay, let's go to the art district then.
Kimber is
Gopal's
very
dragging
excited.
all of their friends to the art district.
Kimber's very excited to go to the art district.
I'm like grabbing Kimber's arm and just like dragging her.
Kimber and Gopal are like leading the way. Dieselbub's trying to figure out how to get another gun in like the side holster that maybe isn't made for a holster. And Ela's just seething, ready to kill people at a radio station. So that's our party right
basically.
All right.
He was also pretty excited about the art district.
now. Okay. Dieselbub is going to look for something at the art district, though.
So the art district is absolutely adorned with all sorts of flashing neon lights, immaculate murals on the side of buildings. You've seen at least 3 fucking like actual different theater houses since you've walked in. Like just an
Y'all want to
eyesight.
go see like a play?
I'm down.
Y'all, I don't think we really got time for all that. We maybe need to get ourselves centered first.
No, Gopal's like shaking, like Kimber, like we have to go see a play. I want to go see a play. I've never seen a play.
Yeah. Kimber kind of
We'll
looks
see
at
play
you,
tomorrow.
or Kimber looks at you, Dieselbub, and she says, "But maybe we do."
I'm gonna gonna do a roll for Diesel Bub to see how weak he is. Roll it.
To be seduced by like the two like whims of children.
We're really seeing just how much of a softie Diesel Bub actually is. And Diesel Bub's kind of a softie. He just goes, all right, okay, fine. Find a cheap one, and we'll go watch a play.
All right. Let me do.
What are our play options?
Let me do something real quick.
Beam. The first one.
No, shut up! Shut up! It's my game. I say what we watch.
The options are see me chill, pleathers,
Spethers.
the baritones.
Spamilton.
You can't just add an S in front of
Yes, I
everything.
can.
Alexander Clamilton.
Spedicus Rex.
Gross. High School Musical.
Musical.
Spathello.
Musical.
It's High School Musical, but every role is played by Gary Busey.
Who wants to roll a d6 for me?
I got you, fam.
I do, dibs.
Fine.
Okay.
If I fuck this up, I'm gonna cry. Oh wait, I have to ask
You got
Brandon.
/R.
Just kidding, I fucked that up.
1.
Fuck!
What is it?
1.
It's a 1.
Okay. Yeah, they are playing cats.
Spats?
Nope. Cats.
No, it's just
Fuck up.
no. It's actually just Cats from 2019.
Yes.
Cats has survived to
Okay.
this era.
All
This is the
right.
only thing left from 2019. Gopal is so hyped. They've heard of like the concept of cats and like they're so down.
Diesel Bub's response is there not one called dogs? I'm more of a dog person myself. No? All right.
I did say there are like 3 different theater houses, so if you guys want to roll for those 2, you can also see what your options are there.
No, I say we watch Cats.
Okay.
It's unanimous.
We just
All
go
right.
watch Cats.
So
Wait, are
tickets
we
are gonna,
watching Cats now?
Yes.
yeah, you guys
Like-
can watch cats now if you want.
Doing
Wait,
like getting tickets for like the next day.
No, I'm like doing a walk-in like right now. But like, are the clothing shops gonna be open after we go see cats?
I don't think.
Probably not. Like I said, it's probably going to be next game that they're open, just because I don't have a loot pool
Oh, okay.
or like a shop
That
pool
makes sense.
for.
I mean, it's pretty late as is. I don't think they're open right now.
Okay, then let's go see cats.
The clothing store.
And like
the
explore
clothing
like
store isn't
Absalom
open,
Station
but we
nightlife.
just bought guns. Okay.
Well, yeah, welcome to the theater with our guns and like whatever bags we have.
Oh, everybody does. It's space. So yeah.
Good point.
Yeah,
Is
you
my
guys.
webcam broken for anybody else but Lynn?
No.
Occasionally it does, but it's fine.
Okay, mine is like a green on
It
Lynn's screen.
is straight green.
Yeah, don't worry about
Oh,
it. It's
nice.
fine.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. You guys sit down to watch cats. The tickets cost 150 credits a person. Kind of.
I
on the
have
pricey side.
66 credits.
I don't have the
You
credit.
can sneak in. You're a baby.
I'm gonna sneak in.
Do a stealth roll.
Well, let me check my stealth real quick.
Oh, my stuff is pretty good.
Stealth.
good.
Oh, hell yeah. I have a +9 to stealth, by the way. That's a 19.
I've got a.
You
Nice.
get to see the fuck out of cats.
You basically just like hop in someone's bag. You hop in Kimber's fucking bag and you hide it out there.
I forget that I'm
and Kimber
small.
manages to sneak in anyways. All
No,
right.
Kimber still has like a decent bit of money.
Damn, Kim's. All right.
Probably enough to pay for herself and someone else.
Diesel Bub is also going to attempt to sneak in because I have a +5 to stealth, so we'll see how that goes. Just this big old mechanic boy. 13 total. I'm I'm just gonna walk in acting like I already gave somebody my ticket.
No, that does not work. They inform you that you need to buy a ticket.
Excuse me, sir. You need to buy a ticket, please.
Dieselbub goes outside and finds a bench.
Kimber offers to buy a ticket for you, Dieselbub.
Can Gopal afford a ticket?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Kimber. Yes. Still with me washing dogs. But all right.
Dogs, 2020.
All right. Yeah, so you guys sit down to watch Cats, and it's a pretty solid performance. You're a little bit disappointed on the makeup part of things because literally all of the characters are just Leonins and other cat folk to begin with.
It's 2760. You're telling me we can't CGI them in person right here, right now?
What do you think
Yeah.
Leonins are?
Biologically cat
folk?
people? They
That's
just
what
are.
they want you to think, Cody.
Okay.
That's what the government, the Pathfinder cabal wants you to think. The Starfinder cabal.
But yeah, the performance is good. It's pretty much
We
a
could
full
see the
house.
crazy like cockroach scene. That was
Yeah.
the only thing I saw about it on Twitter.
What's this the actual play? Like the
I still want the
deliver-
cockroaches.
What?
I still want the giant dancing cockroaches.
Huh? Is that in the
I haven't seen the musical. I don't know.
I don't know, maybe Mackie has.
I haven't. So
Oh.
as you exit the performance, you see a huge line outside of a different theater house that was kind of already there before you got into Cats, and like 2 hours later, it's still there and it's actually grown some.
Can't we tell what the line's for?
Mm.
Yeah, it's for Homestuck the musical,
Ah! You motherfucker.
and you can hear people talking about how they've been waiting since the performance started yesterday, for like the next performance to happen.
Nope.
Have y'all heard the coronavirus joke that since we're all quarantined, we're
Yes,
Yeah.
Homestuck?
Yes,
I was
yes,
added by a roommate of mine. Please.
Yes. I've been on Twitter today.
Please don't bring up this trauma.
I've been on Twitter today.
Anyways,
I think Dieselbub
I haven't been off Twitter today.
Dieselbub wasn't particularly excited to see the play, but as he's walking out, you can kind of hear him just going, like, singing the one song he thought was catchy that he can't get out of his head.
Yeah.
He was like just like taken aback by the weird horny energy.
So you're all
What to
kind of
do with
standing
this?
you're standing outside the theater. You're all kind of freshly more broke than you were. Yeah. Now what do? You've bought guns and gone to see a play,
All
a
right,
musical.
all right, everybody.
100%
just,
worth
like,
it.
I think
We're
it's-
going to the bar, right?
Yeah.
You guys said,
Let's
okay,
go to the bar.
we have money, and then you immediately spend it all.
But we
needed a
had to
new
go
gun.
see Cats. It was important.
No, that was a good play. Like I'm into that.
All right, everybody. We're
So the gator thing.
we're
You
heading
going
to
to that?
Gators.
All right, gators. Let's go.
All
Hey,
right.
Dieselbub, what's your drink of choice?
Dieselbubs is probably like a stout. It's like a dark beer.
All right. You approach this place that's actually not too far from the docking area to begin with, called Gators. It has a sign outside that promises a first round of drinks and a night's stay to anyone who is spending their first night on Absalom Station.
Okay.
And then in parentheses, it does say that Absalom like station ID cards are required to check.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Makes sense. Yeah, I think Dieselbub will walk in. Probably. I mean, is there like a table, like just an open table? He probably won't sit at the bar, but just like Like literally any open table would be fine. He's trying not to be inconspicuous, and sitting in the corner is always more conspicuous than sitting at a regular table.
Can we
Okay.
get a booth?
I'm gonna sit at the bar.
You
Go.
guys can get a booth if you want.
Couple
I'm
ones.
sitting
I
at the
want
bar.
a booth.
I'm breaking off from the child and sitting at
Right now, relatively speaking, it's probably like 1900 hours, so like 7 o'clock p.m. ish. And because of that, like the bar scene hasn't really been popping off yet. It'll probably get busier as the night goes on. But behind the bar stands what is either a very short human or a very tall halfling.
Oh.
Yep.
So like a 3/4-ling.
Yeah. The 3/4 pound or
Oh
a
god.
royaling with cheese.
yeah, exactly.
Gross.
But yeah, he welcomes you, introduces himself as Gator, and he asks where you're from because he doesn't recognize you.
What is a planet that? Where am I originally from?
You, oh man, I have this in my back of my head. It is Yosoki are from. Does it start with an A? Cody, you know, don't you?
Alderaan.
I feel like I would know if I wasn't told. Hold on, I'll Google it. Isoki home planet.
Akaton.
Akaton.
Acton,
Yeah.
yes. Yep. He says that checks out, and he's like, "So do you want a drink?"
Yeah, you know how to make it dark and stormy?
He kind of like squints his eyes a little bit. He's like, "That's a Terran drink. Where'd you hear that?"
I've heard about it online. Wanted to try one myself.
Yeah, I can make it for you. And he makes you a Earth specialty drink, a dark and stormy. Slides it over to you, and he says, "Yeah, that's going to be 10 credits."
Slide him over.
Yep. He.
What kind of rum's in this?
Piccadilly.
Want to be honest, I've kind of just bought my alcohol from local vendors without brands, and that might wig you out, but you're a Yosoki, no offense, so I don't really think it would.
How does this drink taste?
Good enough.
Checks out with me.
That's not a reassuring answer.
But yeah, he kind of like gestures over to the rest of the party, and he's like, "What about your friends over there? Are they wanting something?"
Ask him. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Bob was just
I
gonna
look at-
politely wait for a
I look at Kimber and ask if she wants to get a booth with me.
Yeah, but she said she like agrees to it. She's like, "But we should get drinks. It's our first night off the moon."
Okay.
Shh. That's-
Gopal isn't really a big fan of alcohol, but they like fizzy things.
Dark and stormy would be for you then. It's fizzy.
But alcohol.
As we're heading towards,
They want the brightest colored fizzy
Shirley
drink.
Temple.
It's not alcoholic. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
fizzy.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like grenadine and Sprite, I'm
As-
pretty sure.
As we're heading towards the booth, though, Diesel Bub's gonna like lean in next to Kimber and like, let's not talk so much about any recently exodized moons. Let's try and keep that on the down low a little bit. Let's try not to talk about the moon.
Let me make a quick little roll. Wait, I was meant to. Hold on. I have physical dice. I'm
Oh,
supposed to
hello,
roll them.
number 11. Number
Oh, don't worry,
11.
that roll.
Redmire moon.
Okay, that checks out.
Redmire moon.
Redmire foot moon.
No.
Dead meme hour. Yeah. So he gets everybody's drinks. Kimber orders 2 for herself. She's never really drank that much. She's kind of been serving the drinks and doesn't really have time or the need to drink. But she's going hog wild. Everybody who's drinking, go ahead and make Constitution, I guess Fortitude saving throws.
All right. Decent Bub's just gonna have one. He's not looking to get turned up tonight.
Should I make one as well for my bubbles?
What?
No.
I just got
If you're
a
not-
non-alcoholic fizzy drink.
Len, no.
No, you don't have to.
Shirley Temple.
I rolled a 9 total with my fort. Give me a +3.
I rolled a 7 total.
It's been a while
Cool.
since any of us have had real alcohol, apparently.
Yeah, you guys, after the first drink, you're already buzzed.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of back alley liquor Gator is putting in his drinks. But
It's
Kimber
like
has that,
70 proof rum for some reason.
Kimber has that after she finishes her second drink, she has that 1,000-yard stare going on.
Okay. These above just asked for a couple of glasses of water and some bread.
Yeah.
And some bread.
So as you're up asking for the water, a Vesk man who's kind of just been sitting to the side at the bar that you haven't really been paying attention to,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of looks over to you, and you can tell he's kind of wearing a trench coat and a hat, sort of a, what are they called, a flat cap.
Yeah.
And
Newsy
you can tell-
cap.
Yeah, a newsy cap. And he's this vest man with a sort of pattern of I'd say brown and yellowish scales. It's sort of like a mix between yellow and brown.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of it's not there's no defining pattern that separates between the colors. It sort of is just
Right.
But yeah, he looks over to you and he says, "You're new."
Yeah, sure am. Passing through. How are you doing?
He shrugs, takes a sip of his drink, which is a awfully dark brown liquor and 2 ice cubes.
Fair. What you drinking?
This right here. This is a Deadshot Hound whiskey.
Oh, not bad. Not been much of a whiskey man myself. I've always been more towards beers, like the hoppy flavor.
I want you to know he's a Vesk, so he's reptilian.
Uh-huh.
His tongue is doing the lizard thing into the glass.
I'm a fucking tiefling with goat hooves and horns and a tail. We're cut from the same thread of weirdness right now, so I'm cool.
He's like, "Why haven't you cashed in on your free night in or your free drinks?"
Kind of thought we were doing the free drinks right now, and we cashed in on the free night whenever we actually went to bed. But let's bring it up. I guess I might as well make sure that's all in order.
He kind of gestures at Ela and he says, "Your friend didn't cash in. She's already paid for her drink."
Well, she's never been too bright so long as I've known her. I'll talk to her in the barkeep. I'm sure we can get something settled out.
All right, he nods. And someone else enters the room. It's a elven woman with a sort of trail of blonde hair that's been cut into an undercut and braided over one shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
She's also wearing a leather jacket, some khakis, and she has these really intricate sort of sleeve tattoos. And she kind of goes behind the bar, and Gator says, "Oh, finally, thank God. Theodora, you're a lifesaver. Thank you. I'm clocking the fuck out." And yeah, she kind of takes over as bartender.
Theodora?
She says,
What?
"No, that's what my boss calls me. You call me Theo."
Okay. Well, I wasn't saying that out loud. I was just making sure I heard the name right.
Okay, yeah, it was Theodora.
Okay, gotcha. But I now have Theodora Theo.
Mhm.
I think
She's gonna be your token bartender NPC.
cool.
For this game.
I think I think with her entering, Dieselbub's gonna stand up, look at Gopal and be like, "Keep an eye on Kimber. She's really letting the drinks get to her." Thank you. And then he's gonna look over at the Vesk and be like, "I never caught your name, friend."
You ordered like a round of like water for the table, right?
Mhm.
So more than that you can carry with your hands.
Well, yeah, like the water's staying at the table. I just have like maybe one extra water and I'm bringing it over to Hila. Well, I'm gonna talk to Theo about the whole round of drinks in the free rooms.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, if you scan your cards, that's already like basically on your tab. That first
Okay,
round,
gotcha.
0, the room for the night, 0.
Okay.
Or I guess rooms.
Still got to deal with the Hila thing, but yeah.
Yeah. But the Vesk man, he kind of stands up and he says, "How about I help you with those drinks?"
Yeah, sure. I ain't got a problem with that.
All right. Yeah, he brings the drinks over to your table, and he actually pulls up a chair to like basically sit with you guys.
Okay. Yeah, Yusuf's finding it fine. Guy's a stranger, but he doesn't seem strange as far as people go so far. I guess I do want to do an insight check real quick.
Okay.
Or sense motive. Just see if I
Yeah, go ahead.
feel. That's a 1 + 3. That's a 4. Unnatural.
You trust him inherently.
I love this man's. This man's. I'm putting him in my wheel. He's getting the ship when I die.
All right. So, yeah, he sits down and he's basically just chatting you guys up.
Okay. Yeah. He's supposed to keep making small talk.
Asking you where you're from, getting everybody's name, so we're all acquainted with each other.
Yeah, Dieselbub's gonna give him, the actual name Dieselbub. Dieselbub says that he's from it's not like Terran 2 or anything, but there's a planet in Starfinder that's essentially just Terran 2. It's where most humans kind of stake their claim at.
We can just call it Terra 2 because this is my game and I say what happened.
All right. I just say I'm from Terra 2. Yeah.
Thinks it's a little odd, but he knows that basically anybody can be the product, or that tieflings can be the product between like a celestial, like demon, and anyone. So, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Gopal's mostly gonna be like making small talk with Kimber of like talking their usual book stuff and then like all of the new stuff that they've found with like the station and like probably all the like crazy stuff that like they saw as we were walking around, like especially in like the arts district. They were really excited about all of the lights.
Right.
And trying to figure out like, I don't know how much of like a melting pot of culture this station is, but like anything that they don't know about, they want to learn, like any like language stuff, or like new races and stuff that they haven't seen.
Absalom Station is the melting pot of like
literally space.
The literal like whole of space melts together in Absalom Station.
Valid.
Yep.
Yeah. Now people have started coming into the bar. It's basically been about an hour since you guys sat down, so it's around 8:30, and now this bar is getting like filled with all sorts of kooky and fun alien races.
Okay.
Some of which
Wacky
just as new as
races,
you are.
one might say.
What?
Anyways.
It's a TV show, Wacky Races.
Oh, gotcha. Anyways.
I know. Yeah.
Is Hila still sitting at the bar just by herself? I imagine the bar is starting to fill up a little bit.
Are you, Hila?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hila hasn't spent any more of their money on drinks, have they? Because Hila is.
No, she
broke.
hasn't.
Okay.
She's been this dark and stormy.
Gotcha. All right. What about our Vesk friend? What's he doing?
Hila has stuff to do tonight. She doesn't
Every once in a while, he'll look over his shoulder at the bar, but he basically is just a very good listener.
Okay. I guess at some point or another, the conversation probably comes around to it. Where like he was asking us about where we're from and all that. Dieselbub gets curious. So, are you from the Vescarium?
I suppose we all were at some point in our lives, whether it be through ancestors or from our own memory. But no, I've lived here most of my life.
All right. What do you do as far as work goes around here?
He takes out his wallet and shows you his police badge, and he says, "I'm the chief of police for Precinct 14."
Interesting. Dieselbub takes a drink out of his beer. Uh-huh. All right.
Gopal immediately regrets getting a booth.
Oof. All right.
Can I also do like a sense motive to see like, is he just being friendly or is he very onto us?
Yeah, you could do a sense motive to see if he knows more than he's letting on.
Now that I know he's
Okay.
a cop, I don't know if I trust him so much. I'm taking him out of the wheel. He is not getting my ship.
No, he can have a little bit of the ship.
But he does introduce himself as a man named Rusty. And his badge is actually, instead of like, the cyber like hologram badge with his face on it, it's literally like an Old West badge that's been rusted over.
Right.
Okay, I got a 13.
You got a 13?
Yep.
He is an enigma wrapped in shadow.
Fuck. God damn it.
Dieselbub doing his best to like hold on to his
Like demeanor.
yeah, try not to like crack under the pressure here. Just says, "Oh, all right, law enforcement. What kind of marks you working on today? Any interesting cases been popping up?"
A couple.
He is an enigma.
He's vague, which makes him an enigma.
He just says a couple.
All right.
I guess he elaborates and says, "Nothing I can tell you about. It's none of your business as civilians."
Understandable. How's Kimber holding up right now? It has been an hour.
Kimber has not taken a sip of her water. She is staring at this man.
Okay. Dieselbub like looks over at Kimber and he's like, "Oh, hey, you need to start sobering up a little bit. I think you've had a little bit too much for someone who's not really had that much experience drinking. Go ahead and drink some water, eat some bread."
Drinky water.
Drinking water, eating bread. Nom-nom.
Rusty, he kind of laughs at that and he says, "That's interesting. A bartender who's not very fluent in drinking alcohol."
Well, she's never been much of a drinker in the first place, but she figured since her brother wasn't,
Wait, how?
she could maybe let loose a little bit. Scotty was always
Does
a bit
anybody-
overprotective.
Has anybody mentioned that she's a bartender?
Nope.
The passive conversation during the whole time has been like work that we've done, where we've come from. Albeit vaguely, but we can tell, like, if you say, "Oh, bartending," then like that's a pretty vague profession,
But Mackie also just said no.
I didn't know.
Mackie also did say no.
No. I say we just let that slide. Kimber's drunk. Who knows what she's talked about? Who knows how many times he's above has been like. But yeah, that's.
I'm glad that I'm not here.
Dieselbub
Or
says that.
maybe Ela's not glad that she isn't there.
Ela currently doesn't know. Dieselbub's trying to figure
Gopal's
out.
gonna try to excuse themselves to the restroom.
Yeah, he's not going to deny you the right to use the restroom.
Cool.
Once I chew through my drink, I'm just gonna look up, head out.
As I'm like walking to the restroom, I'm gonna shoot Hila a telepathic BlackBerry message, and like just straight screaming like "cop."
Hila, on your way out,
I send a message back like, "Do you want my album?"
Damn it.
Hila, as you're walking out, Rusty kind of flags you, and he says, "Hila, you should come join us. We're having a great conversation, and we're getting to know each other very well."
Who are you?
He doesn't get up to shake your hand, but he extends it to a handshake and introduces himself as Rusty, the police chief for the 14th precinct of Absalom Station.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
You
he sort of gestures to where Gopal was sitting.
I'll sit down. Also talking about my music.
Mm-hmm.
Say that cops often like it. You know, I have like a CD on me.
Oh wow, he definitely has heard of your music. He rolled a 20.
He's
says,
#1 fan, like foam finger, like t-shirts,
he has
the
many
whole shebang.
he has many fan cams of you.
It would be crazy. It would be crazy if after all this, he doesn't know who any of us are. He only knows Hila through her illustrious music career.
That would be the ultimate brain fuck. Like,
oh goodness.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And he's like, "Your jams are pretty swell and pretty great too."
Glad you like them. Here, take this. I've been working.
Yeah.
if anyone ever tells you your jams are swell,
your jams are swell. I know I've made it when somebody tells me my jams are swell.
If someone says your jams are swell, they are a fucking cop. Get out of that conversation.
He says, "So are we going to continue telling me lies, or are we going to speak the truth of the matter?"
What's the truth you want to talk
Kimber,
about?
I don't know what you've been talking about, but I've been telling the truth.
Kimber vomits into her full glass of water.
No!
just like,
yeah.
Now there's water and vomit everywhere.
Dieselbub,
oh no, I was contained.
Dieselbub immediately starts like ignoring the cop. He like
just
grabs.
Hey Kimber, like, how's your day going?
No, like he's grabbing towels and trying to like hold her hair back at the same time, like
yeah, he
trying to
like
keep everything clean.
Full help the drunk friend mode because she has had drunk.
Yeah, at that point, then Dieselbub like hands that job off to Hila, and he looks at the officer and says, "All right, what are we? What are we gonna do about this? Because clearly, you know who we are."
Yeah, he kind of like takes the opportunity to sort of lean back in his chair and do some more like giant lizard person like wisps of like alcohol with his tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "You're wanted criminals, but lighten up a little bit. This is a bar. You're not in trouble, at least not yet."
All right. I think whenever he says that, Dieselbub does kind of like try to de-stress a little bit, like he loosens up a little bit. He maybe grabs what's left of his beer and he starts sipping on it. As well, all right, Rusty. Well, we're not in trouble. That usually means that you're wanting some help with something.
He says, "Maybe I am. I don't know if you'd be interested. But
to be frank with you, if it keeps us out of jail, I'm interested."
Well, I should tell you, it's a job that no one else on the station, at least no one who's a regular, will take.
I'll do it.
All right.
If they won't, I will.
Shoot.
He says, "I have been staking out this place. Many people frequent here when they're new to Absalom Station for obvious reasons. And luckily enough, you were no exception. Look,
He went to
you
watch
don't-
cats too.
Yeah, he was in the back in his trench coat and flat cap watching cats.
Good. As
No.
every individual should.
And yeah, he says, and luckily you were no exception. Given your track record, I think you might be interested in this bounty. And he kind of like shows you a picture on his PDA, and it's another Vesk man, but this man is not exactly a pure blood Vesk. Instead of looking just like straight up lizard folk, he looks like bulky and brawny like a Vesk, but also more like crocodile in features with long rows of teeth and like a snout. And you can see that half of his jaw like hangs open. And so he says, "Is this man familiar to you?" And it says, "Wanted, dead or alive, alias Crackjaw."
I could do a check, but I don't know if Beelzebub with 10 plus culture. I have a +4 in culture, so that's gonna be 14. I don't know that Dieselbub himself would have any kind of knowledge of that. Like, he's obviously not going around looking for like bounties. At least not while he was on Redmire.
Okay.
Gopal might be of some help in this situation, but they're still in the bathroom having a panic attack.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, when
Alright.
Gopal comes back, they'll see that Ela has taken their seat.
Yeah, the current plan is kind of like they're just like going through like their mental list of like all of the shit that they have the ability to do without causing violence. And they're
Yeah.
like, how the fuck do I like get my friends out of this situation? The current thought is more ghost sounds, which almost never work, but god damn it, they're gonna keep.
Oh my god.
What if ghost sounds could only make like comical ghost noises?
Gross.
I mean, it might work.
This bar is haunted and you need to get out.
Dieselbub seeing the picture of Crackjaw, he just goes, "Ooh." Can't say I've necessarily known him I can't say that I've known him. I may have seen. I feel like I'd remember seeing a face like that around somewhere.
He says Crackjaw is a very elusive, very high-ranking pirate, and he's currently in hiding. But I think, given your track record, as I said before, you may have some luck finding him and hopefully bringing him back alive, where he may see trial for his crimes.
All right. Give me just 1 second. And as he says that, he pulls out his communicator and he starts like typing a message off and sending it to Pygmy, like, "Hey, do you know anything about this Crackjaw fella?" And sends it.
Pygmy replies the letter Y.
We may have a job.
3 question marks from Pygmy.
I know.
We might have a chance to get our names off the wanted list if we bring in a name on the wanted list. Send.
I don't like where this is going, says Pygmy.
It's going
I would just send back like friend or foe.
it's going one way or the other. Just hoping if you could give us some information. You ain't got to be there. Just help us get there.
Pygmy basically gives you the lowdown. Crackjaw is excommunicated from the Pirate Council.
Oh,
And that's the whole reason that he's on the run right now,
right.
is because he doesn't have
Council
that.
of Pirates?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a space
I
pirate
didn't meet
council.
the fuck up.
Damn.
It's pretty dope.
Is there a space pirate union? Are there space pirate labor
There's a
rights?
space pirate god.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. You should read up on.
Friends.
You should read up on the Starfinder lore. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a
Fuck
reminder to
yeah.
anyone listening. Please read up on the Starfinder lore. Cool. But yeah, Crackjaw says that he's willing to. While he won't pay you the 500,000 credit bounty, he will wipe your slate clean, and he will probably pay you maybe 20,000.
Okay. Dieselbub looks at him and says, "All right, yeah. I don't think I can say no to a deal that good. I appreciate it, Rusty." And he sticks out his hand to shake.
Yep, Rusty shakes your hand.
Gopal takes this moment to attempt to do ghost sounds.
Wait, Gopal's still in the restroom, right?
Yeah, but they're like peeking out like a little bit. Like obviously there's not like a peephole like in the restroom, but like
I'm gonna do...
usually it's like down a hallway or something. So like they're probably like around the corner, like head poking out.
I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I see Gopal's head poking out. That's a 13 plus perception. That's a 19.
Yep, you see Gopal's head poking out.
I see Gopal's head
just
poking
their
out.
eyes.
So I just go. I just hold a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Wait. Gopal can interpret that in a multitude of ways. Of like thumbs up means go for it.
Thumbs up means, oh god, I'm scared. I can't put anything else. We're dying.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll like a.
Does Gopal not see me shaking this best can?
How will Gopal like panic brain interpret this thumbs up?
So yeah, we're gonna go a 1d3, and 1 being the situation is okay, don't panic. 2 being the situation is not okay, completely panic. And I had a third option. What was it?
Third is have another panic attack.
Yeah, like maybe third is like, just go back and hide.
Hide again.
Okay.
No.
2. Ghost sound time.
Okay.
So we're gonna play. I think we're gonna play a sound of like some like not like tornado sirens, but like something adjacent of like citywide sirens going off of like some sort of warning that something fucked is happening.
Does that only affect? That affects every creature in the area, right? Not just the person they're targeting, right?
You're causing mass panic.
Okay.
You're already doing it. You got to do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how many people it affects.
A bar.
Well, no, if it's like directed or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It doesn't specify.
Huh.
The fact that you have to have a saving throw makes me guess that it's one person.
Sure, but you can do saving throws for area attacks as well.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. It's got a range.
Close. Yeah, it's 25 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, are they within 25 feet first and foremost?
Okay. So, the saving throw for ghost sounds is a will disbelief.
Okay, he definitely hears it, but he does not recognize it to be any sort of siren that he, as the like
chief of police, would know.
Yeah, chief of police knows.
So
he's kind of just confused.
He perks up or something when he hears it, right?
Yeah. He says, "What the hell?" And he kind of like looks out the window to see if anything's going on, but nothing out of the ordinary is going on.
Gopal like sneaks around and like goes in front of the window.
Dieselbub knows this trick, so Dieselbub just Dieselbub just like taps on him and just says, "Hey, it's not real. My friend doesn't understand that we've come to an agreement. It's okay. I'll calm them down. Just whatever you're hearing, it's probably just them, because I don't hear anything."
He kind of looks at you with disbelief, and he's like, "Okay, this is weird."
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Look, I am happy that you are accepting this job. I will tell you that it is extremely dangerous. This is not a person who is new to adventure's first job. This is a man who has slain many people in the past and has been like the epitome of piracy for the longest time on the council. So I want you to know what you're getting into before we finalize this.
Well, all right.
You look up like the Wikipedia entry for piracy, and this man
Crackjaw
shows
is
up.
there.
Crackdown
So you
is
either
the
give us
picture
the
of
option
piracy.
of getting arrested or do this dangerous thing, and now you're trying to convince us not to do this dangerous thing?
I mean, you've already done the crime. It's just fair process.
All
This
right.
is your chance out if you want to do it, or if you want to respectfully come with me to the station. Either way.
All right.
Gopal shoots Dieselbub like a
In the
little
face with her gun.
Yes.
a little like a telepathic message of like, did it work? Is he leaving?
He sends back. Gopal, I was trying to tell you that he's cool. We're working out an agreement to try and get us out of this. You can come back in. We're good.
Oh.
So the last thing he said was, so is he offering us more information on Crackjaw, or is he just giving us like a second chance to back out?
It's basically like a second chance. Like, this is extremely dangerous. Yeah. Like, you can and very might just die.
Right. Frankly, officer, whatever the due process might be for y'all, if anything ends up with any of us getting sent back to that moon, we might as well be dead. So we'll take our chances with the Fisk.
He smiles and he extends his hand one last time.
Takes him.
And he says, all right. And he says, I guess that's a deal.